From neighboring Jefferson County comes a true national Western tradition. The Varsity Red Team, representing the more than 1,000 members of this youth group, have been a part of this rodeo since 1954. They are proud to present what's been called the finest precision-mounted drill and speed anywhere. Welcome them as they present the Ride of the Colors. Pride of their country, pride of their state, have long been tradition in Westernaires Red. Now the all-girl turning team enters, and they ride with a precision unequaled at this speed. The colorful costumes highlight their precision and their skill. The team comes down the center in columns of fours. Team splits as the flames dash through. That's what worked. Now the team turns back into two pinwheels and out again in columns of fours. Those break into pairs, and this is what we call threading the needle in pairs. This is the speed and precision. This is the hallmark of a Westernaires drill. Nicely done, demonstrated. Again, they'll come down to the center of the arena, columns of fours, and then form a propeller. The goal here is to keep the line straight and the speed high. Now watch as flame points join in, and it becomes a giant propeller. 38 riders down there on the floor below you. Let's put some of their voices. Yes, there it is. Thank you. The propellers are to break down into tandem wheels. Those wheels will be spinning at each end of the arena in the same clockwise direction. As the tandem wheels break out, we call this the Mariners Cross. As riders from each quadrant of the arena come riding like shooting stars to the center of the arena. Again, if you don't do this perfect with your timing, you're going to crash and burn. Nicely done. Now watch it line up on the east and west ends. This is called the Starburst, and it highlights the flames. As the lines turn around the points and sweep back into the center, they'll form a 4-point star. Now all 38 riders will join them, and it becomes a giant star. Thank you. It's one of my favorite parts of the show because I don't think a lot of people truly understand the difficulty in it. It's called reversing the star arcs. Watch the outside horses. They go from a dead run to a stop. The inside horses go from barely moving to a dead run. Every horse and rider has to change speed and direction in order to rotate those star arcs. Founded in 1949 for the youth of Jefferson County, non-profit youth group staffed by more than 500 volunteers. Strict discipline is maintained, including no alcohol, drugs, or tobacco. They have a strict code of conduct, and they all have to follow. Right now, we're going to follow Rebecca on Rolo. She's the spotlighted rider, the maneuver called the corkscrew. She'll move in a counterclockwise direction at the top of the corkscrew, and as we all know, the biggest circles on a corkscrew are at the top. She's going to travel down the corkscrew, making each circle progressively smaller than the circle before it. When you get 38 horses and riders in tow, and each circle gets smaller than the one before it, time and time again the circle shrinks. And you think, okay, when she gets to the tip, they're either all going to have to stop, or they're going to crash and burn to the center. But no, watch. She'll go from a left lead to a right lead, go back to a clockwise formation, and simply unwind the corkscrew. Thank you, Rolo. This group is written everywhere. The Calgary Stampede, the Dinosaur Roundup in Vernal, Utah. Well, once they get them all unwound, they'll form a single file circle in the center of the arena. You see that? Single file circle in the center. It'll break down into two columns. One column will go south, the other will go north. The both head east. At the east end, the south line goes north and the north line goes south. But watch the final thread of the needle and the speed with which it is performed. Look how close these horses come to one another. Just one right after the other. Like the eye of a needle. Threading the needle, one horse after the other. On a Saturday Night Live in Denver, Colorado. You can't do it any better than they just did. These young people are preparing to take the reins of leadership in our communities and in our country. They are our hope for the future. They value hard work. They demonstrate teamwork, and they love their country. Perhaps our future is brighter than we sometimes are led to believe, because young people like this will be the people who take the reins of our counties, our communities, and our nation. As they gather here on the east side, let's give the Westernaires a big round of applause. Now, this is a bittersweet night. Many of these young men and women have spent, a decade or more in this riding group. And once you reach the age of 19 and you graduate from high school, this is your final time to ever be able to ride as a Westernaire. And so we'd like to take this moment to introduce you to our graduating class. We start with Major Rebecca Tice, Captain Zach Dugan, Abby Bly, McKenna Butler, Brooke Dow, Jonah Foose, Kira Longjoy, Becca Martinez, Jamie Senecal, and Alyssa Wright. Friends, can you give a little extra to the graduating class of the 2016? We thank you for that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with the final ride of the colors, the Westernaires receive the only pay they're ever going to get for their many hours of practicing in the snow, the heat, the sun, the rain. The only pay they get comes from your voices. The Westernaires pass in review. Under their